The BSTT, it's Ben here, and today I'm going over Overpaid Aaron. So let's get right into the video. So, as most of you know today, Aaron Rodgers got a huge contract extension as he got $200 million over the next 4 years with an average annual value of $50 million a season, which was the NFL record for the largest contract ever. So, personally, I think this is the biggest overpayment I've ever seen, but I'm going to just explain why now. So, the stats don't lie. He had a good year this year. He won his second consecutive MVP trophy, and he had 37 touchdowns and 4,115 yards, which are good, but remember this. You have an elite wide receiver in Davante Adams who had 1,553 of those yards and 11 of those touchdowns. And then also you had a good running back who, of those 37 touchdowns, had 6 receiving and 391 yards. So if he didn't have those players with him, he wouldn't have had such a great season. And also, but I'm not saying the players did everything. He's an above average QB. Just in my book, he's not worth the money. And if Davante was hurt this year, he wouldn't have, say the least, he wouldn't have won the MVP. But yeah. Also, let's look at some of the other great players in the league. Josh Allen, who had 36 touchdowns, which is one less than A-Rod, but 4,407 yards, which is a lot more than him. And Josh Allen, who, keep in mind, is like 6 or 7 years younger, is making $258 million over the next 6 years. Although he has a bigger contract, it's over more years, and he's younger. That's a fair contract for someone like him. But I forgot to mention it before. Aaron Rodgers is 37 now. He's going to be making $50 million a year until he's 41. And how do you know he doesn't get old and just have a sharp decline in his game? Then they're still paying him $50 million a year to start someone that's probably going to be... Actually, not. I was going to say to start someone that's going to be worse than Jordan Love, but he's a good player. And how do I say it? He's a superstar. Or not a superstar. He's an all-star. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Probably top 15 or so. But the problem is he's starting to get up there in age. And not everyone's Tom Brady and has the longevity. No one knows. He could get injured this season and he could never come back. And they'd have to pay him the $50 million a season still. He'd be on LTIR. But let's look at, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes. 37 touchdowns, 4,839 yards, and he is making $45 million a year. $5 million less than Aaron Rodgers, who's like 5 years older than him. Wait. 5? No, he's like 10 years older than him or something like that. Not 5. But yeah. Mahomes is a better player than him. The stats show it. They have the same amount of weapons on their team. They both have 2 superstar offensive players. Both the Chiefs and the Packers. But Mahomes did much better than him. And he's making less money than him. I thought Mahomes, his contract was kind of hefty. Compared to Aaron Rodgers, it's nothing. He's making a total over these next few years $20 million less than him. 20. Meanwhile, he's younger and a better player. You could see it, like, in these games. Whenever he plays, he has more skill and is better. Also, as the Packers, I wouldn't have paid him money. After everything Aaron Rodgers has done in the last few years, fake hinting into retirement and making it like a fake encrypted message, and then all the drama he makes, and it's everything. I wouldn't want him as my QB. He's not a good... I don't think he's like a good team player and a good person with those things. And also, my problem with the NHL is, I'm not getting political and stuff like that, but he faked the vaccine this year, and yet he got fined $14,000. $14,000 is nothing to him. It was a $200 million contract. Meanwhile, like, I think it's Like, one of the fines with the jerseys, like not illegal equipment, untucked jerseys, like 15,000. So it's more for a jersey than doing something that could be lethal. Imagine how many people he could have spread COVID to. Also, looking back at like his Instagram posts, how annoying is that? Oh, he sends an encrypted message. He's like, on I think it was Thursday, I'm gonna decide and make a big announcement. And I didn't buy into that. He had all these people buy into it for him to say, I'm coming back for another year. That's just like a terrible person. And sometimes the drama off the field goes on the field. And I have a feeling that now that he got paid, he's not going to be as good as a QB. Players play better when they're in their contract year. After that, a lot of times they fall off. Like, look at Jeff Skinner in the NHL. I know I'm changing sports, but it's like the same thing. Jeff Skinner has 40-something goals in a year. He starts making $9 million a year, which is a lot in the NHL. And then the next year is like 14 points in total. See, and if I'm being honest, there are like 5 or 6 players in the league I'd pay $50 million a year to. Mahomes, Josh Allen, T.J. Watt, Tom Brady to come back for another year, and Aaron Donald. Those are the 5 players that deserve it. Not actually, and Devontae Adams I'd pay it also, so 6. Not Aaron Rodgers, who's 37 years old. Maybe if it was like 5 or 6 years ago and he was 31, maybe, but not at this old age. And I'm not saying age is such a factor in this, but it's kind of like the older you get, you start making a little less money. You're not supposed to be making $50 million a year as a 37-year-old quarterback. But anyway, that's just my take. Thanks. If you made it through the video, please like, subscribe, and have a great day. Please comment down below if you agree with my takes or not. And if you don't, comment what you think. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day.